It's off of swear words.
That's Dan, by the way, Jaden. Just
that's right.
Now you've been introduced, Dan Wong. All right, so listen, Jaden. I had this we've been hoping to talk to you for a while now. We find you a really compelling character, both professionally, personally. I had this whole kind of hair thing figured out, but then I saw your post on Instagram recently, and I thought, wow, man, we can't make light of this. This is a great story. It's a really sad story at the same time. How you face adversity, facing and beating cancer as a child, and how actually your hair is your statement to the resilience that you've had to face. Yeah. That was some story, man. Like, why did you keep it to yourself for so long?
I don't know. It was just building up the courage and, finding like how I actually feel about it, and having those tough conversations with my mom and my family of how everything actually went down. And I just felt like it was time to, unravel everything and just tell everyone why. Because I get a lot of questions about my hair, and nobody knows the reason why, so I think it was a good time to let everyone know. And I'm proud of the story, and I got a lot of good feedback from it, and it's been good so far.
It was really well, put together. So I mean, the fact that you are a professional footballer, and the fact of what you've accomplished, it is quite amazing considering. If you could just fill in for our listeners who may not have seen the video, the backstory here.
Yeah, it's when I look back at it now, it's crazy, and it's for me, it's like I want to go one step further, and for the kids that are going through something like this or something that's totally different, but they do have dreams to play football or to play any other sport, and it's just amazing knowing that I could be one of those people that can advocate for them and show them there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm just happy I shared my story.
So you're telling us though that the hair will never go, right? That's it, right? We're stuck with it.
As of right now, no.
Stuck with it.
I love it, man. I love it. Our very own Dan Wong just below you there. He boasts about his great hair once upon a time.
I'm going to show you a picture when we play Get to Know Me later on in the episode, and you'll go, oh, we might be brethren. I could be your great uncle or something on the backside. No, but we were talking about resilience, Jaden, and that is a personal resilience that got you through. But professionally, to be a great professional athlete, you have to show resilience. When was that tested the most in the last few years?
Yeah, for me, it has to be when I transferred from Rosenberg to SSV Ulm in Germany. I think that's when I realized that, I really do want to be like a professional footballer, and there's going to be times where you get tested, and there's going to be times when you do not want to go to work, and it's a cycle. But I think what I've learned is that the discipline is the most important thing. You can have motivation, but I think discipline is the most important thing, being a footballer. And I just learned how to, get better at that, and I think that I learned a lot from that experience, and I wouldn't change it for anything, because now I'm just a different player and a different mindset all in all.
Well, I was thinking about the cultural challenges. I mean, you're from Brampton, you're Canadian, you're in Vancouver right now, but going over there, what was that like? Was it a little lonely?
No, I had my girlfriend with me, and my dog, so it was okay. Like, we weren't lonely. Like, I was alone as well. So if you think about it, we're just traveling in a way. So that was fine. But when you're not playing in a foreign country, it's difficult. You're just training, coming home, and it's just a cycle. And you don't really know the reasons why. There's language barriers, there's things like that, which is difficult. But that was the difficult part of it, and not understanding, and I just knew that I had to just keep going. This is what I wanted to do, and at the end of the day, like, my time will come. So and look at it now. A couple of weeks after I left Ulm, I had one of the best games I ever had in my life. So you see how fast football changes.
Did you find that the education from a footballing standpoint, the moving around that you did do, and the adversity that you went through, did that put you in pretty good stead once you did actually end up moving back to Vancouver in January, I think it was?
100%. 100%. And I think like the biggest takeaway was the discipline part. I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like. And for example, like I want to be a leader, in any team I'm in. So if I could see someone that's probably going through the same thing that I went through, like I'll know how to approach it and talk to them and know that, your time will come. This is just a game. You're gonna have down times in the game. Nobody has an easy pathway to success. So yeah, it was a really good learning lesson for me, and yeah, I'm happy for it, even though it was terrible, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, listen, I know there were people at TFC who are really upset that you left. Another young Canadian kid leaving TFC before they really find themselves as a footballer. Was it a personal maturation that allowed you to get to where you're at now? When you made that jump from Rosenborg to Ulm, was it purely football? Like, what was the reason that you discovered, I do like this, I want to be this?
Yeah, for me, it's been my thing all my life. Football is my life. Like I live, breathe football. And like, for example, when I'm at home, since I was like a child, I always had a ball at my feet. You know what I mean? So it's always been embedded in me, and I just knew I wanted to play football. And I think at the time at Toronto, especially, I wanted to play. And I think it was a time to get more minutes. And I think I had to go abroad for that. And I think it was the right step for me. And TFC for sure did their best to developing a lot of talent that came through the academy. So, but it's difficult when you have a lot of money in a club, and a club that has huge stature in North America, where you need trophies, you need to win, you need, like, sometimes you don't have as much time to put all your best young players on the pitch and try to develop them. You're gonna have to buy and I'll say have the fans on your side as well to bring bigger players and more revenue and things like that. So that's the football side of the other side of football that people don't really understand. But yeah, I knew that I had to leave to get minutes, and yeah, everything worked out for the best.
Yeah, patience helps too, right? At professional clubs, when they realize, okay, it's all very well getting these luxury players. We get that, but you have to look closer to home sometimes and realize that there's a pathway for these young guys as well. That said, you're at Vancouver. You join a top club. Wonga, sorry. Oh yeah, yes.
You asked me. I'm a Vancouver fan, just so you know. And Jaden, I've been cheering you on all this year, just so you know. You're my player of the year so far. Just
thank you.
Yeah, that means I've dropped a lot of other people.
But I mean, you join this club, and then they go out and they sign one of the biggest names in world football, and Thomas Muller, who seems to have, ingrained himself in that squad straight away. How's it been, that adjustment? Okay, back to North America. Okay, into a really good team where you're winning most weeks, you're contending for shields and cups, and then they sign this guy who I'm sure you are very familiar with. It's been a bit of a crazy few months for you there.
Yeah, of course. Since I got to Vancouver, it's been crazy. Just the whole 180 of how everything went. But yeah, I'll be honest. Coming to Vancouver, I think even the coach didn't expect us to do so well. But I think the group's been around for a long time. They've been together. They gelled together for a while. So I think when we got the new coach, we got some new additions to the team. It just gelled so well, and we were able to, win games, and we're a brotherhood at the end of the day. That's the best locker room I've ever been in my life. And adding Thomas Muller as well, which is incredible with what he's done in football. He's won everything. It's just another person to give us that mentality to, win something this year, which we want to do. And yeah, it's been a good roller coaster for me as well. So it's been good.
What was he like when he first came into the dressing room? Because he's larger than life almost. Like he's very out there, and seems like a fun guy to be around.
you know, he's human. Like, that's it. Like, he's funny guy, outgoing, good English. Like, he wants to learn. He wants to be involved with young guys, old guys. It doesn't matter. Like, he's a people's person, you know. And but what I learned from him, from the few moments I've been with him already, is like when the football starts, he just changes, you know. And you could say he's been at Bayern his whole life, you know. So that's the only thing he knows. And yeah, it's just a high level of quality that he has, like, day in, day out. So yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Now he stole Ralph Prizzo's number as well. Now you know Ralph really well. You know you come back, you know, from the same from TFC. But I mean, didn't you advise Ralph? Listen, you should get more than a pair of Lederhosen than that.
I know that's what we're expecting, but hey, you know, you don't turn that down when you get that from Thomas Muller. So it's a win-win.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We actually have Axel Schuster on the show later this week.
Okay.
What will he tell us about you when we ask him? Because we will ask him about you.
I think Axel, he's been watching me for a while, you know, when I was playing at TFC and, you know, beating Vancouver. So, you know, now it's on the flip side. So I guess he's honestly really happy. And, you know, to be honest, he's a great guy as well. Like, there's a lot of good people in Vancouver in the building. And yeah, hopefully there's good stuff to say about me, because I have great things to say about him. So yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the atmosphere around the Canadian team right now, and obviously a terrific result. I mean, I think it was the first European team we've beaten on European soil for 16 years, and it was a dominating performance. There must have been a lot of positivity, a lot of great attitudes after the game, and how well everybody played, like front to back. It was just absolutely, I thought, a fantastic performance, and something that's really exciting people and putting you guys at a different height, and you've set this bar so high. How high do you think you can reach?
Yeah, for us, it's game by game. You know, the morale is good. We're all happy with the performance, but we know that we have another game against Wales in a couple of days, so we're looking towards that. But we're disappointed at how Gold Cup ended, you know, and I think we came into camp with, you know, wanting to show people that, like, this is the real us and we're still improving, and there's time till the World Cup, you know, and we have to really lock in and then take those little details that we're not really getting yet and really put them into form. And yeah, that's just an example of what we seen a couple of days ago. You know, it was a great performance, and we just have to continue to do it and continue to improve.
When you don't know if you're going to be starting, playing much, how do you approach every kind of training camp? Meaning, like, hey, it's an opportunity, but does it once again challenge the professionalism?
Yes. For me, yes, the end goal is to be on the World Cup roster, but I think the best thing I could do is being the best player I can be each day, you know, for the group. You know, I think that's the most important thing. I think that's the most important thing for the group, where we will all improve, you know. And yeah, I think that's where my mentality is, you know. So yes, okay, if I don't start or if I come off the bench, and I'm starting at club, it's okay, because I know that I'm doing my best and my time will come. And I think that's what the national team needs me for right now, and that's what I'll do. So that's what I'll do for the badge, and yeah, that's my mentality.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, let's be honest, you know, a couple of years ago now, you're almost one of the forgotten men, you know, as far as Canada's concerned. But now it's like, yeah, this guy's got a genuine chance to make the World Cup squad. But that left side, there's so much depth there right now. So I don't think I can remember at the time where there's been so much depth in a certain position for Canada. You know, when Fonzie gets back, Liam's back pretty soon as well. You got Jacob, yourself. I mean, Ali, right? Where do you see you fitting into that equation?
Hey man, we'll see what we do at club level. It's at the end of the day, we're all competing, but we're still friends, we're still brothers. But yeah, we just have to keep performing, and, you know, like I said, just being the best you could be day in, day out. And yeah, whoever Jesse picks, at the end of the day, we're all going to support each other wherever it goes to the World Cup. So it's going to be interesting, but I can play on both sides, so
Yeah, I was
gonna say. I can play keeper if I have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, these one-dimensional players, you don't want them, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You need versatility for sure. I mean, Jesse believes in you. We've spoken to him about it. You know, he believes in you. What is he like as a coach, and how are his training sessions different, perhaps, to what you're seeing under Jesper at the club level?
Yeah, like my first camp, like Gold Cup, that was my first camp with Jesse, and right away, we want you to press, we want you to run, we want you to do that. I'm like, okay, I understand like what we need to do, you know. And it's a different way of seeing football, like, you know, and I'm still learning it, but it's fun, you know. You get to have a lot of freedom, and it's fun to press. I like to press and to win the ball higher up the field. That's something I like to do. So it just fits into my playing style. But he's a great coach. He really believes in Canada, even though he's not Canadian. You know, it's like he's one of ours, and he, excuse my language, but I think we lacked probably confidence, knowing or thinking that we're a good team prior. But now it's like he's telling us like we're the shit, you know, and we need to play like it, you know. So he really believes in the team, and I think it rubs off on all of us. And yeah, we're happy with Jesse.
It seems as though, you know, Jesse is such a good fit for this team as well because of the athleticism that you all possess. The pressing, the attitude, all these things just seem to really fit really well. Is that how the group feels as well?
Yeah, exactly. I think he knows the quality of the group, and he tries to get the best out of all of us. And I think that's his best attribute. Like if you look at all his teams, like he really takes the team and sees what the best quality is and tries to bring the best out of all of his players. And I think with the national team, he's doing an amazing job.
Hey, Wong, I think it's time for getting to know.
Okay, so this is rapid fire, Jaden, just so you know. But before we do this, I just want to show you something.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
And then
you could be your uncle.
And then this.
I haven't done that hairstyle yet, but
don't do it. You know, it could be your uncle, but you don't want Dan Wong as your uncle. Just take it from me. You really don't want that. But.
Creepy Uncle Dan. Come on now. All right, you're playing Get to Know Me on Footy Prime, Jayden Nelson.
Okay.
Who's your favorite superhero?
Probably Batman. Probably.
All right.
Yeah.
Quick answer. You have to DJ at a family get-together. What are you playing to get everyone dancing?
Dancehall music, Jamaican music.
Nice. What MLS team do you love to play against?
Portland.
If you weren't playing football, what sport would you be playing professionally?
Track and field.
What was your favorite club growing up and why?
Well, two. I like Barcelona because of Ronaldinho, and Arsenal just because my family, we supported Arsenal.
That's new for this show. You get to meet your sports hero. Who was it and why?
Ronaldinho. Why? Well, fun fact, I almost got to meet him. He came to one of our home games in Toronto and against New York. But I was too scared to go up to him at halftime. So.
That's probably a good thing. Don't meet your heroes, you know?
Yeah, but
never meet your heroes.
Yeah, with him, it's like I'm a YouTube merchant, man. Like I watched every Ronaldinho video you could think of, you know. So I used to watch YouTube, practice a skill move, and then, you know, perfect it. So yeah, for sure, he's my football hero.
You have a week off. Where are you vacationing?
Probably Greece.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice Greece. Yeah.
Shawarma, jerk chicken. Oh, sorry. Shawarma, jerk chicken roti, or meatball sub. What are you hitting?
Or Slovakia. Go for that.
Oh, Slovakia. That's right.
Shawarma, jerk chicken.
Nice. And then finally, what MLS player drives you nuts on the pitch?
Drive me nuts. I don't know.
It's gonna be a Portland player.
In a bad or good way? Like
it can be either. Joel Waterman said that Richie drives him nuts.
Everyone says Richie.
Richie, huh? Yeah, probably Richie. Yeah, he could get you going, you know. So yeah, probably Richie. Yeah.
Well, Jaden Nelson, thank you for playing Get to Know Me on Footy Prime.
Thank you.
By the way, Ronaldinho is a great call. I don't think anyone's ever played the game with more joy than Ronaldinho. He always smiled. Right? Wow, incredible! It's so much fun to watch.
When you're that good, you can smile.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
He's still living the life, isn't he? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, listen, Jaden, thanks so much for this, mate. And good luck on Tuesday. And of course, for the remainder of the season, we hope to be talking to you next as a MLS Cup champion. I think there's a decent chance of that, the way you boys have been playing. So good luck with everything. And like I said, great story. Check out Jaden's Instagram profile. You can find it there. It's really quite amazing. So thanks so much. And we hope to chat to you soon.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thanks, Jaden. Appreciate it.
Pleasure having you.
Yes. Cheers, guys.
That is Jayden Nelson. Yeah. It is an amazing story, Craig. I mean, obviously, you've battled cancer yourself. Jayden was a youngster and was told, you're probably not going to be a professional footballer. And now look at him. What an inspiration for people.
It really is. I mean, when he's throughout his career now, he can really influence and do things in a positive way that from his experience that he's been through to really help young kids that are going through the same thing. Like it's really powerful. And I hope he realizes it. I think he does. I think probably from the reception that he's had when he came out about this story. So it's brilliant. It's really good to see. He's a great guy, a great kid. The squad's a good group. I mean, they're a very likable group of players.
They are.
What I also find, Charms, is you keep forgetting that these guys are. He's 22 years old.
I know, he's so young.
And he's done so much. He like TFC Academy, going over to Europe and playing, having ups and downs already in a professional career that challenge you professionally, personally, every which way, right? Emotionally, mentally, testing your mental resilience. It's pretty sensational.
And he's in it right in that wheelhouse where he could. I mean, how many cycles could he potentially play here? Another 2 or 3 World Cups potentially. Yeah. So his leadership role and what he's already doing at this age is going to put him in good stead later on as well, as far as all those things go.
And like he's saying, he is versatile. He can play both sides of the pitch, which is for the modern footballer is so important because, as I mentioned, those names, the left side of this team. I mean, Craig, can you remember a position that's had more depth?
For Canada?
Yeah. I mean, look at left-hand side right now. When you play, there was one. Maybe one.
Yeah. We brought in Mike Sweeney, who I think he was playing. Well, he was in the States. I think he might have been playing indoor, but that was about it. He's gone on to do great things with U.S. soccer or whatnot. But he was unattached. We were trying to fill a hole on the left side. So and he did an unbelievable job for somebody who didn't play regularly. Like really, really good, like incredibly good. But yeah, the left side now is.
Craig, didn't we mention a couple pods ago that one session, like one international break, you had like the biggest representation of club teams was unattached?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So hey, no one's playing, so you're coming up to play for Canada.
Yeah, and the program was basically like, the Ipswich with Frank and a few other guys, and blah, 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 and then it was like unattached.
I mean that game on was it on Friday, right? Ali was unbelievable. Richie at left back was unbelievable. And these guys are going to be fighting for their spots when Fonzie gets back, when Liam Miller gets back. It's good times. What's your thoughts on Fonzie? I still think he starts at left back because he plays left back for Bayern Munich, for Christ's sakes. But the way Richie's playing, it's hard to keep him off the pitch right now.
I know. It's a good problem for Jesse to have, but it's also a difficult decision.
Would you move Fonzie out of position? Because he's obviously going to start, but would you move him out of position, or are you more happy?
Well, it'd be nice to have him in these camps. Obviously, you can't right now, but it'd be nice to be able to test him in a few different spots to see where he would be best, best fitting for our national team. But yeah, you'd think that he would play, and he's going to be in part of that lineup. But saying that, you look at the World Cup cycle and the qualifying, he missed about half of the games, and the team arguably played as well or better without him.
Mm-hmm.
So which is a good sign as well. Like, you're not relying on one player that's brilliant as he is. You're not relying on him, and we got other players that can challenge him for that position, which is just amazing.
Well, what I noticed too, when Ali plays, he's given so many set piece duties, and he's got a great delivery, better than Funzy from set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So if nothing else, I mean, listen, not saying he can't change, but when Funzy gets back to full health, he shouldn't be in all the set pieces, because I think there's better players to do that in that squad right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Ali was taking the set pieces, corners, both sides, in swinging, out swinging, set piece. Great ball in for David for his goal, Jonathan. So, yeah, he was all over the place. Defensively, great. Scores a goal as well. I mean, it was about as good as it could get for Ali, man.
And then on the other side,
I was going to say, Charms, you weren't with us when we watched the match. Dubs, Gregor, Jimmy was on TV, and JC was with us at this TIFF Visa FIFA event. Very nice. Thank you for the drinks and the canapes and the big screen televisions.
Canapes. It's a canapes.
No, not yet.
You're good.
But watching with Craig and Dubs, but what was your big takeaway, Sharms? I know what Craig was Ali, Ahmed. I'm speaking for Craig, but what was your big one for that watching that match?
Well, Kone was outstanding. And then he kind of ruined it all by throwing a strop when he got subbed off.
That wasn't great.
He's obviously got to grow up. But listen, let's not kid ourselves. It wasn't a huge deal. It's just because the narrative surrounding him is a bigger deal. I would still start Kone next match, quite honestly, and building that confidence. I think his talent level is overwhelmingly more important than his current, petulance, shall we call it, right? He'll get over that, I hope.
That's a nice word.
Petulance. Oh, I love it.
Well, it's nice. It's being nice is my point. You could,
I mean, listen, he shouldn't. But if I'm Jesse Marsh said all the right things post match about it. But I bet you he is seething. Like, for God's sakes, I'm giving you a start after all that's happened, and now all the cameras are on, and this I've got to deal with. I bet behind the scenes he's pissed off. But I would still give him a start on Tuesday against Wales. I'll say this: it was a great performance by Canada. 100%. Everything you read about it, really good. But Romania are eyeballing a very tough World Cup qualifying group. They got a huge match against Cyprus on Tuesday. They were not good in that match at all. They didn't lay a glove really on Canada. And I do wonder, Craig, if it was as much Romania having a really bad day as it was Canada having a really good day.
I would say Canada having a really good day.
Yeah.
Canada's a difficult team to play against. You know what you're up against, but it's tough to play. And they never got themselves going because of Canada and the way they played, and had a few little bits and pieces. And Max made a world-class save when he made himself incredibly big. Took it right in the chin.
Right
been there.
On Twitter, right in the face.
Yeah, and if you notice the way he did that, I mean, it was textbook. I mean, Schmeichel was very good at that, making yourself big. It was textbook, and he didn't even turn his face. He was just like, he is glued on the ball. And it would have been a fantastic goal because the skill from the striker to get that on target with the back that he did was brilliant. But Max did everything he possibly could, close the gap, the space between him and the player as much as he possibly could. You're incredibly exposed, but he didn't take his eye off that ball. Never turn his head. Brave as a lion.
It counts as a save, right? I know he's not like he's throwing a right glove in the far right corner and tipping it around the bar kind of save, but saving with your face is still a save, right?
Well, you're making yourself as big as possible. You could take it in the mitt, the foot, take it in the nuts, whatever, and you don't care. Like,
well, you might care in the nuts.
Pardon me?
In the nuts, you might care.
Well, you're going to feel it, but I tell you what, you take that for a save.
But the big thing I remember Craig talking about was courage after that play. And Max is a courageous keeper, and that goes a long way.
Do you think
it's, he has been, plays his very best for the national team. At club level, he's had his problems at Portland, and other Canadians keep him out of the team right now. But when he plays for Canada, you cannot argue the fact that he brings his A game and never lets Canada down. He's been absolutely lights out.
Yeah, I spoke to Dane Sinclair for my Sportsnet column, which I'll write tomorrow, I think. And he's a confident guy. Him and Max have a good relationship. He understands it's a battle. He feels good right now in where he is in the pecking order. And he said he would like, obviously, ideally have clarification, but it's not the be all and end all. It's going to be a battle, and playing time is important. Can Jesse even though consider Max if he's not starting for Portland?
Well, that's up to him. I mean, most of the time you're going to want them playing, but he doesn't seem to have an issue missing a few weeks and then stepping in playing at the very top level. So I think more from James Pantemis situation, if you're Canadian, keeping Max out of the team in Portland, that why haven't I been called up? Why am I not involved? There has to be that as well from him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's Tuesday, Wales, 2 p.m. again, isn't it? I think the kickoff.
Where are they playing, Sharms? I keep forgetting. Like where we were.
I think it's Swansea, isn't it?
Oh, okay. And where was Jayden and where is the Canada team right now?
They're in Wales now.
They're in Wales. So they played their match in Romania, jumped on a charter, and are over in Wales now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you go on the Canada Soccer YouTube channel. There's some pretty cool videos about the whole experience. It's good. I love that content. I'm a sucker for that kind of content. I don't care about X's and O's. I want to see what game they're playing on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like fluff
you want
pieces.
a connection to them, right?
Yeah, exactly. You get to interview guys, and they're not always, the person you interview aren't generally the person who they really are because the cameras are on. So I like to see those candid shots. I'm a sucker for a fluff piece. Insert joke there, Wong. I know you couldn't help yourself.
Stop saying fluff. Stop leading me on.
Okay, well, listen, that was Jayden Nelson. That was a fun chat, and we wish him all the very best moving forward, both internationally and for his club career. Seems to be in a pretty good spot in Vancouver right now, and hopefully he'll get some minutes on Tuesday as well. Anything else you want to get to? Yeah,
promotion for this week.
Okay, so today's Monday. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We wouldn't record this the day before. Nope. It's Monday. However, tomorrow is Tuesday, and we're speaking to Vancouver Whitecaps sporting director Axel Schuster, which I can't wait for, actually. What a campaign they're having. Did he expect it? How did the Thomas Muller transfer go down? What is the future of the club? There's so many questions. Where's let Craig go, actually? Because Craig's got about 1 million questions, I'm sure, for the Whitecaps. But that's going to be on tomorrow's show. So, until then, make sure you like and subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you listen to this as well. Give us nice reviews, some comments. We'll have a comment show. It's been a while. We'll have a comment show. Maybe
we've got some good ones. We've got you got bashed for saying fanboy. It's a good one.
Did I fanboy for who? Regarding who?
For Son, and then there was because you were saying are these fanboys or are these true soccer fans? And then someone called you a bit arrogant and condescending.
But there are fanboys,
of course.
There's not arrogance. There's also real football fans who love him.
I know, but I think it's because of your Ponce English accent that you.
We'll get that comment from that fanboy. And then we'll talk about it. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Laters, everyone. Bye.